Well, hello friends, Scott from Platte River Keto. If you're new to my channel, welcome. On my channel, you get to come along for the ride on my keto journey. I check in with you once a week to update you on my keto progress. Try to check in with you at least one other time during the week, usually to share something that I've discovered about the ketogenic lifestyle, but occasionally to share a little something that I've discovered about this journey that we call life. Today is Saturday, which means that it's a check-in day. I'm going to check in with you on my goals and have a couple of things that I want to share with you. And actually, before I get started with my goals, they say that imitation is the sincerest form of flattery. So Jen Delaney, which her channel is just Jen Delaney, she always starts her videos with gratitude. And while I probably won't adopt that every single time, I think it's an awesome thing to do, and I think it's a great reminder. And I was thinking about that today while I was actually on my walk this morning, about how many things I have to be grateful for, and a lot of them have to do with the change to my health. That when I got on this health journey a little over 2 years ago, there were a lot of things that were pretty difficult for me that have become not difficult for me. Some things that have become not things anymore. And I'm really grateful for that. And I think that sometimes when I'm a little bit down, and I am definitely in the middle of my journey right now, it's easy to get down, and it's easy to feel like I'm not making enough progress, and it's easy to forget about all the many things that I have to be thankful for. So before I do anything today, before I even talk about my goals, I would like to talk to you about some of the things that I am thankful for. One of the first things that I'm thankful for is that I don't have any acid reflux anymore. I used to have a bottle of Tums that sat by my bed, and it sat by my bed like every day. And that was like part of going to bed, was taking a couple of Tums. And I don't even know where that bottle is. I have no idea. It's completely gone away. It's gone. It's never come back. I think I've had acid, felt like a little bit of heartburn like once or twice in the last 2 years. I mean, it's gone. And that's amazing. It's magic. Next thing that I'm thankful for is that I can walk 10,000-ish steps a day with ease. It's just part of my routine. I have a watch that, one of the things that it does is keeps track of my fitness. And I average a little over 10,000 steps a day, and that's great. I really enjoy that. I enjoy the time that I get to spend with my wife, going on walks with our dogs, and the time that I spend on my own out doing things. I'm just grateful that I can do it, and that it's no longer something that's difficult. When I started this journey, if I had done 10,000 steps in a day, first of all, there's a real question as to whether or not I would have been able to do that. But even if I could, I would have been laid up for the next week. And now that's just a part of my daily routine. So that's something I'm grateful for. I'm grateful that I can shop at normal stores, that I am no longer shopping at the big and tall stores and paying the exorbitant prices that they charge for basically the same thing. I know that there's some reason for that, is that they don't scale it. There's not nearly as many of those, of course, as a regular store. But I'm grateful that if I need something, I can run over to Walmart and pick up a pair of shorts, a pair of jeans, a shirt, whatever that might be. I'm grateful that I can shop at a regular store. I'm grateful that I have the energy to pitch in at home. I mentioned to you guys in my video last week that my wife has taken on a few extra things this year with school, and she's a little bit busier. And I was in a point 2 years ago where I really couldn't help with a lot of things around the house, even if I wanted to. And I'm grateful that now I don't have that problem. Yesterday actually was Friday, and this time of year I'm actually able to work a half day usually on Fridays. And so I came home and I did a little something around the house, actually for every member of my family. I helped my daughter with something that's normally her chore. I helped my son with something that's normally his chore. And I did a few things that normally my wife takes care of. And I'm just grateful that I had the energy to do that, because there was a time not that long ago when I did not have the energy to do that sort of thing. So there's one other thing that I'm thankful for. I am thankful that I can travel and that I don't need a seatbelt extender anymore. I'm grateful that that stressful part of traveling, getting from here to there, going on a vacation, is no longer a thing for me. That used to be, I am a ball of anxiety on a good day. And so having that extra stress that I used to have of how am I going to travel when we go to a restaurant when we're on vacation? Am I going to be able to fit in the booth? The answer was usually no. Where am I going to sit? What am I going to do? All that stress that I used to have is gone. So those are just a few of the many, many, many things that I'm thankful for. And I would be remiss if I don't continue to express my gratitude for those things. It's helpful for me. Hopefully it's helpful for you. But it's helpful for me to remind myself of where I came from, where I am. And I said this before. I think I said this in a short video that I posted maybe last week, maybe it was a couple weeks ago, but it bears repeating. If I could sit there and talk to myself from 2 years ago, and I'm not where I want to be. I still have 100 pounds that I want to lose. But if I could talk to myself from 2 years ago and say, this is where you're going to be and this is what you're going to be able to do, some of the things that I just mentioned to you, I would have been jumping up and down excited, although it would have been difficult for me to jump up and down this side of 2 years ago. So, yep, anyway, that's my gratitude for today. I'd like to quickly go over my goals, and then I have one other thing that I want to share with you. Might be a little bit longer video today, but I hope that you guys will bear with me. So my goals, August goals, number 1 was OMAD. We have decided to scrap that goal completely. I am changing from OMAD to 2MAD. I think that 2 meals a day works better for me right now. I'm not saying I won't go back to OMAD at some point. It was very helpful for me during the summer. It really helped me to reach a couple of fat loss goals that I had. But for right now, the situation that we're in with my wife and I both getting home, at 5 or so in the evening, it's a little bit later before we can even make dinner. I found that just wasn't working well for me. So I'm changing from OMAD to 2MAD twice a day, 2 meals a day, with the caveat that I am going to eliminate the snacking because snacking is not good for me. It's one of the reasons that I started OMAD to begin with. But I'm going to really focus on eating, in this case, 2 meals during an eating window that's probably going to run from about noon or 1 until about 6 or 7. So, goal is to probably eat within a 6-hour eating window and have 2 meals during that time. So change that goal. I did do well with the eating twice a day this week, by the way. I didn't mention that to you guys last week that I was thinking about changing that, but I did. That's gone well for me this week. Have done a bit of keto snacking, but not bad, but I'm really going to focus on cutting that out because I know that that's better for me and I feel better when I do. The one exception to that as far as the snacks go is my birthday is September 5th, so it's coming right up. I actually have the opportunity on my birthday to celebrate Liz's niece. Anna is getting married. Anna and Ben are getting married in Utah, and we're going to be in Utah for their wedding, and their wedding is on my birthday, which is really kind of fun. Having said that, though, we're actually going to celebrate my birthday here at my house with my family tomorrow. So having a prime rib and going to enjoy that, and we're going to have why can I never remember her name? I'm kicking myself. The wonderful lady who creates all the recipes and All Day I Dream About Food. She has a peanut butter pie recipe that we are going to make. That is a keto recipe, of course. But we're doing that for celebration, so I'm obviously going to have that snack tomorrow. I am also going to take the opportunity to visit my parents on my way out to the wedding. I will visit them on basically next Sunday, and we'll have a second birthday celebration with my parents. And we'll have some keto things then too. We'll probably have steaks, I think, is what I talk with my folks about. And then some sort of keto treat. But so outside of that is I don't want to do any keto snacking, but I am going to be celebrating my birthday, so there'll be a little bit of keto snacking. Yeah, so there you go. But outside of that, I have a goal to not keto snack. Goal number 2 is to get a DDPY workout in daily. I have done that every day this week. I am back in the groove, and I know I mentioned to you guys last week that there was going to be something that was going to kind of force me back into the groove, and that was that my kids have officially started. They started last Monday. Their early morning Bible study, which means that Liz and I are getting up at 5:45 every morning to make sure that the kids get out the door and get to our church for their early morning Bible study. And so Liz and I walk our dogs every morning together at about 6 in the morning. It's been really nice this past week as it was over 100 degrees every day. Today it finally cooled off a little bit. It's supposed to be a nice day in the mid 80s, and I actually got up. I did not get up at 5:45 this morning, as it's Saturday, of course. I did go for a longer walk with my dogs because Liz was enjoying a nice long bath that she gets to take once a week on Saturdays. So while Liz was taking her Saturday morning bath, I took a walk with the dogs and did a longer walk, which was the 3-mile circuit instead of a 2-mile circuit. But gosh, I got off talking about walking. What I wanted to talk about was the fact that I'm doing my DDPY workouts every day, and that is that Liz and I get up early enough that we can go take that walk with the dogs, and I can get back, get a DDPY workout in before I need to be to work. So that's made it very easy to get back on track with that. I am back on track, doing that every day. Hooray for that. 30 days to bigger arms, the anabolic aliens, go team. I am through 5 days of that, so I didn't hit that every day this week, but I got back on track. I missed one day right at the beginning of the week where I just had I think it might have been Monday, where I just didn't have time to get it in. Hadn't quite figured out that new schedule yet. But since then, I've done it every day. and I'm really enjoying that. Again, like I had mentioned to you guys a few weeks ago, excited to get back into weight training. I think that's a good thing for me. It's going to help me with my fat loss. So, but yep, doing that, and did finish day 5 this morning. Next was to walk daily, get in 10,000 steps a day. As I mentioned to you guys already, and what I was thankful for, I'm thankful that I can do that. I did that every day this week. I also mentioned that Liz and I are walking the dogs, which we are. Did that every day, Monday through Friday. This morning I got up and did my own walk with the dogs. And I think I'm going to get up and do a walk tomorrow morning too. The dogs need to be, exercised every day. So, but that's going really well for me. I'm feeling really good. Like I said, I feel like I really have a routine again. I know I mentioned that I'd finally figured out why I didn't have the routine. It was because I was trying to force the summer routine into the fall routine when the rest of my family has a lot of different things going on than what goes on during the summer. And took some time, thought about that, and I've got a good routine now. So into a routine, hitting all my goals this week. That's great. Weighing in at the end of the month. I am going to weigh in next week, at the end of the week, right before we head out to Utah. So we'll see how that goes. As you guys know, I've really struggled through most of the month of August, so I'm not thinking that the number is going to be a number I'm super happy about. But overall, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling positive, and it was part of the reason that I shared my gratitude with you today, is that I want to look on the positive side of things. So even if my relationship with Earth's gravity isn't quite what I want it to be next week, I am headed in a positive direction, and I've got good systems and processes in place, which is what I want. Last goal, to get in my Bible study weekly. I've been doing that with my family. We found a groove with that too, and we've been getting that done every evening, reading a chapter in the Bible and talking about that. So it's been really good for our family. So yeah, those are all my goals, guys. Like I said, I know this is a little bit longer video than I usually do, but there is other thing that I wanted to share with you. I shared this briefly in a short video that I posted earlier this week, but wanted to share. I had the opportunity to go to movie theater with my brother. I have 5 siblings, but I have one brother who lives in town here with me, and we don't see each other as much as you might think, even though we live in the same town together. He has 5 kids. I have 2 kids in high school. We are busy, but occasionally we do get the opportunity to spend a little bit of time together, and we did that this past week and went and saw a movie, and it was a lot of fun. And it was actually a documentary of, here you go, Nebraska football, and the name of the documentary was Day by Day. And it's not as if I had completely forgotten that that was the thing with Nebraska football, but it was a reminder to me, and I think it is a really good thing, that is a really positive thing, not just for football, but for all of life. And the name of the documentary was called Day by Day because Nebraska football had something called the Husker Prayer. And I'm going to go ahead and share that with you, and then talk a little bit about what Day by Day means to me, and then we'll get things finished up finally. So the Husker Prayer is, Dear Lord, these battles we go through life, we ask for a chance that's fair. Dear Lord, the battles we go through life, we ask for a chance that's fair, a chance to equal our stride, a chance to do or dare. If we should win, let it be by the code, faith and honor held high. If we should lose, we'll stand by the road and cheer as the winners go by. Day by day, we get better and better, till we can't be beat, won't be beat. That's the Husker Prayer. Sorry, I fumbled through that. I probably should have written it down. But I thought that I knew it, which I guess I mostly do. But anyway, so it's a good thing. There's a lot of good nuggets of wisdom in there. But the part that I really appreciated is day by day we get better and better. And there's a lot of variations on that same theme. There's the 1% better concept. I think semi-retired Bob shares that all the time, getting 1% better. There's a similar, if not exactly that same concept, 1% better in the book Atomic Habits. But no matter what way you actually say that, whether it's day by day we get better and better, getting 1% better, whatever it is, I think that's what we strive for. And if we really can break our health journey down into something that small, which is getting 1% better every day, or in my case, what I'm going to say moving forward here, which is day by day, we get better and better. I can get a little bit better today than I was yesterday. And if you do that, as is mentioned in the book Atomic Habits by James Clear, you'll be better, 37 times better or something than where you started. But yeah, I just was reminded of that as I got the opportunity to watch that. And it was really fun to hang out with my brother and share some nostalgia of back when Nebraska football was actually good. Football season's about ready to start. Nebraska's first game is this Thursday. And as the eternal optimist and fan, I am convinced once again we're going to be great this year. Whether or not that actually is true, I have no idea. But that was a lot of fun to spend some time with my brother and see that documentary. But it reminded me of a goal that I think is a good goal for me, something that I want to share with you guys and share with you kind of every day. So I know you guys know how I normally end this thing, but we're going to make a little bit of a change to my video. And what I'm going to say is, day by day, we get better and better. Keep calm and keto on, my friends. We'll talk to you again soon.